Hey everybody, it's Coach Ayani here, and I was just having a thought that I wanted to share with you guys as I've been thinking about my social work days and kind of the marriage of what I did then and what I do now. I am very passionate about health, very passionate about helping people, and I'm very passionate about helping people get that paradigm shift in thinking and really think about why they have to do the mundane. Eat healthy, work out, sweat, get sore, say no to certain things that make them ill. Choose to live, choose to take action in their health. And I started to think about something that came to mind for when I was in social work school. So one of the topics of discussion while I was in school was suicide, teen suicide. It's very, very, sadly, very, very common. And one of those things where you have to get into the minds of a person who's thinking about taking their lives. Why? And a lot of times it's bullying. A lot of times it's just severe depression. But one of the radical things I learned during the course of my study was a question that they would ask teenagers who have been thinking about it, and something to get them to think, to jolt them, to maybe even stop them from taking their own life. And the question is, who will find you? The idea of asking them who will find you if you were to take your life and no longer be here, to get them to think about, would it be a loved one? Would it be someone that harmed them? Would you thinking about the person that would walk in and find you and jarring their life because you're no longer here, would that stop you from taking your own because you're now putting yourself in their shoes? Who would find you? So now I just started to think about it and put it into perspective in terms of what I do now with coaching people and helping people get on a fitness journey. And I'm really passionate about it. For me, it's not about looks, it's about internal health, mental health, all the things that keep us here long and strong for ourselves, to give us quality of life and to be here with our families. I know in my own community, in my family alone, I'm in the Black and Latino community, just lots of diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, all things that are completely preventable. There's alcoholism, smoking, you name it, all kinds of things that people fall into through the hard knocks of life, and that they're habits that they're hard to shake. But there are people in this world that need you and love you and want you to take those. Think about it. Do you have somebody in your life who's been, a long-time smoker, a long-time drinker, just severely obese, struggling with heart disease, in and out of the hospital, on the verge of diabetes, has diabetes, and you just want them to get it together? Or maybe it's even you, and you don't know how to get it together. Well, rather than asking you who will find you, because these people are in your life every single day, I have a different question to spin on that to ask you. And the question is, who will carry you? Who will carry you? As in, if you, in the course of your living or are being unwilling or not taking action soon enough and you're no longer here, who will pallbear you? Who will carry you? Who will have to bury you? I hate to be so melancholy and, a downer, but it's a reality, and it's a hard thing that I have to deal with on a daily basis. Whenever I see someone who's my age, they're no longer here because of health issues, things that could have been preventable, warnings from doctors that weren't taken heed to, it gets me angry. And I have to ask that person in my mind, maybe even physically, to say, who will carry you? If you don't take action on yourself, if you don't get serious about this one life that you got, if you don't put yourself before an extra slice of cake, a severe amount of stress, all the things that got you here, smoking, alcohol, in and out of hospital. If you don't put yourself in a place where you get better, who will carry you? And I ask you to think about that, because it's a real question. Will it be your children? Will it be your parents? Will it be someone that you love? Someone that you claim you love so much? Will that person have to carry you because of your own demise, for you not taking care of you? At the end of the day, you are the only one that can do things for you. And if you're having a hard time, that's why there are coaches out there everywhere, like myself. You're willing and welcome to reach out to me, but you are never allowed to succumb to that and think you're on your own with this, because no one wants to carry you. They can't carry you physically. They can't carry you on your journey to get healthy. And they certainly don't want to carry you if you're no longer here, because you have passed on from doing things too late. Now, I'm not talking about those of you who are fighting for their life. And, I'm a believer, and I know that, our days are not determined by us, but there's a lot that we can do to fight for our health while we're here. There's a lot that we can do to contribute to our own delinquency, if you know what I mean. There's a lot we can do to take that back and give ourselves years back. So I ask you, If you don't take care of your own health, if you don't get on your own bandwagon and stop being so fearful and worried about what you're going to miss out on, the cakes, the parties, the sugar, the treats, you know, because you have to, pull back or watch your diet. If you're so worried about those things, I want to ask you, who's going to miss out on you if you're not here? Who's going to miss out on you if you can't pull back on the partying and the drinking and the eating and the not listening to your doctor and doing what you know you're supposed to do to be here longer? Who's going to carry you? I'm going to leave you with that. It's a really deep question, but I had to get it off my mind and share it with you all. So again, that's just my social work background coming out. I like to get you thinking and talking about that. So if you realize that you don't want to be carried before your time, please reach out to me. Please reach out to one of our coaches. On Team Diamond Cut, we're here to help you. Okay? Have a great day. Have a great life. Bye.